Consuming Race explores how the meanings of race get made and how they get remade in acts of creative consumption. It opens up a range of topics that we don't often think about as having anything to do with race at all, and it shows how in fact our lives are saturated with racial meanings, often in ways that we don't always fully recognise or understand. So, for example, this book looks at practices of what gets called natural gardening, and the distinctions that get made here between native and non-native plant and animal species. I suggest in the book that it's not just that there's a parallel to be made here with the way that we talk about human identity, because when we plant seeds or when we go for walks in the country, what we're doing is actively shaping our ideas, racial ideas, about who does and does not belong. Or what about another subject that doesn't, on the face of it, have anything to do with race at all? My book thinks about the contemporary fashion for Nordic culture, from Nordic noir to Scandinavian furniture and design, and it argues that this stuff is actually all about race. In our multicultural societies, where everyone is encouraged to get in touch with their supposed ethnic roots, white people have, I suggest, turned to ideas around Nordic culture in search of their own supposed ethnic origins. This book ranges across a wide range of popular culture. It explores how street food stages cultural authenticity. It explores how box set TV and social media channels desires for racial justice, and it argues that Muslims are as immersed in spectacular popular culture as everybody else is. The book explores how animals stand in for racial difference in the culture of childhood, how popular novels help us to map racial diversity, and how retro 80s culture opens up some interesting new ways of being black. All the taboos that circulate around race can prevent us from acknowledging how profoundly it is that race is wrapped up in the ordinary business of being a human being in the contemporary world. This book shows how, by consuming race, we make sense of other groups and cultures. We communicate our own identities, we express our fears, our needs, and our desires, and we discover new ways of thinking, of understanding, of exploring, and of transforming our lives.